Hello, dear friends. I am Anuja Zapi from Sanjivani College of Engineering, Kopargaon. In previous video, we have discussed example 1, that is continuous beam with one end fixed and another end simple. And in second example, we have solved continuous beam with one end fixed, other overhang. Now, let us continue with this third example, that is continuous beam with sinking of support. Here, remember these steps for the solution of continuous beam using finite element method. We have followed the same steps in previous two video lectures for example 1 and 2. Also remember the stiffness matrix of beam. Beam AB with total 4 degrees of freedom. Here, those degrees of freedom are given the sequence. 1 is the translation at node A, 2 circular arrow is the rotation at A, 3 translation at B, and 4 rotation at B. These are the displacement, and action corresponding to this displacement that is represented in stiffness matrix of beam. So here this K equal to a matrix of 4 by 4 which are containing the elements 12 EI upon L cube, 6 EI upon L square, 4 EI upon L, and 2 EI upon L, like these elements. So these corresponds action corresponding to the translation and rotation. So here these actions are reaction and moment. So here remember this matrix. Now we'll solve the problem. So analyze the beam using finite element method. If support B sinks by 25 mm, take EI equal to 3800 kilonewton meter square. Continuous beam ABC. Member AB 6 meter length and loaded with 10 kilonewton per meter UDL. Member BC 6 meter length and loaded with 30 kilonewton point load at 2 meter distance from support B. So let us start the solution. First, determine degree of freedom. So here total there are 3 nodes, node A, B and C. So total degrees of freedom are here 6. 2 degrees of freedom per each node. So here let us give the sequence. One arrow, vertical one arrow at A, that represents translation at A. Number 2, rotation at A. Number 3, translation at B. Number 4, rotation at B. Number 5, translation at C. 6, rotation at C. Translation delta, rotation theta. Now make a tabular format. Write down in first column member AB and BC, two members are there. Write down their associated nodes and displacement. So for member AB, nodes are A and B and displacements are 1, 2, 3, 4. For member BC, nodes B and C and displacement 3, 4, 5 and 6. And now write down the boundary conditions. So boundary conditions here, as you can see, joint A or support A is fixed support. Therefore, at A support, all type of displacements are 0. So displacement A, that is translation at A and rotation at A, number 1 and 2, they are 0. At B and C, there are roller support. So at roller support, it only allows a rotation. So number 4 and 6 are unknown here, whereas number 3 and 5, number 3 and 5 that represents translation at support B and at support C respectively. So they are 0. So total boundary conditions at A support, degree of freedom number 1, 2, at B support degree of freedom number 3, and at C support degree of freedom number 5. They are 0. Whereas in total problem there are only two unknowns, that is number 4 theta B and number 6 theta C. Now second step, write down element stiffness matrices for both element. First for AB member, so according to the standard stiffness matrix of beam, calculating all the parameters 12 EI upon L cube, 6 EI upon L square, 4 EI upon L, 2EI upon L and giving their proper signs, writing at their proper place. Complete this matrix of order 4 by 4. Taking EI outside of the matrix, here this matrix is completed. Then similarly complete the matrix of member BC. Once you complete these two numbers, after that write down their associated displacement. So for AB member, displacement 1, 2, 3, 4 for the columns. Similarly for the rows, displacement 1, 2, 3, 4. For PC member, associated displacement 3, 4, 5, 6, 3, 4, 5, 6 for each column and for each row, which represents these elements are the action corresponding to that number of displacement. That is this first column that represents action corresponding to the translation. This represents action corresponding to rotation. Third column represents action corresponding to translation. Fourth column represents action corresponding to rotation. So namely reaction, moment, reaction, moment. Then write down the global stiffness matrix and impose the boundary condition, or you can impose the boundary condition itself here in second step. So boundary conditions are degree of freedom number 1, 2, 3 and 5 are 0 because of their support conditions. So imposing the boundary conditions here in the second step, degree of freedom number 1, 0. That means you have to eliminate the first row and first column, which are the elements corresponding to degree of freedom number 1. Then next boundary condition is number 2, 0. So number 2, that is this number 2. So delete this row, column and row corresponding to this number 2. Also number 3 is 0. Number 3 in the second, there is also number 3 and number 5. Delete this. And the remaining thing, that is that you have to write down as a reduced stiffness matrix. So reduced stiffness matrix K equal to, now unknowns are only 4 and 6. So write down here 4 and 6. That is 4 is theta B and 6 is theta C. So related to that, the number 4, 4 and number 4, 4 from both the stiffness matrices, and add those numbers algebraically so that you will have this number 0.667 plus 0.667 is equal to this 1.333. The next one is 6,4. So 6,4 is this 0.333. Write down here. Then combination 4, 6, that is this one 4, 6 and last 6, 6, that is this 0.667, that is written here. So whatever after imposing the boundary condition, the left thing that you have to write down here in a reduced stiffness matrix. Once you complete this reduced stiffness matrix, then calculate element nodal load vector, that is small q matrix, which is a column vector matrix. So here first calculate fixed end moments, that is considering the all support as fixed support. So first draw member AB and show the loading over the member AB as 10 kN per meter, which is given in the problem statement. Then calculate these moments, that is WL square upon 12. So here at A point it is in anti-clockwise direction, at B point it is in a clockwise direction. After that calculate reaction. So reactions are calculated according to the static equilibrium equation, summation Fy equal to 0 and summation of moment at any support equal to 0. That way these reactions are calculated. So this way complete for AB. Similarly for BC, show the loading over the beam, that is given 30 kN at 2 meter distance from B support in original problem. assume the support as restraint support, that is fixed support. Calculate these fixed moments, that is here and here. W a b square upon L square, W a square b upon L square. After that, calculate these reactions by equilibrium equation. Once you complete this, then you have to write this column, that is for restraining moments. Action corresponding to translation and rotation, that is reaction and moment. Okay, so QAB associated displacements are 1, 2, 3, 4. So number 1 is the translation at A. This one, number 1 is translation at A. Corresponding is reaction at A. So first number is this written here, this 30. Okay, this 30 is written here, reaction. After that, number 2 is rotation at A. Corresponding is moment at A. So this moment 30 kilonewton meter anti-clockwise positive, that is written here. Number 3, that corresponds translation at B. Corresponding action is reaction at B, that is this 30. And fourth number is fourth degree of freedom is rotation at B. Corresponding action is moment at B. So that clockwise, that is minus 30 is written here. Okay, this way you complete this QAB matrix. Give the sequence according to this. Already we have defined all these numbers as first translation delta, then rotation, again translation, rotation. So corresponding actions here are mainly reaction, moment, reaction and moment. Okay, so reaction, moment, reaction, moment, that you have to write down here in this sequence. Now similarly we'll write for now BC. Okay, so for BC, this sequence associated displacements are 3, 4, 5, 6. So similarly 3 is translation, 4 is rotation, 5 is translation at C, 6 is rotation at C. So the sequence that should be maintained here, action corresponding to this displacement. So here first reaction 22.22, then moment at first support, that is this anti-clockwise 26.67. then next is the reaction at next support B 7.78, and next is this clockwise moment minus 13.38. Okay, so this way here this elemental nodal load vector for restraining moment is completed. Now if you see in the problem statement, it says support B is sinking. So here, in addition to this restraining moment, fixed moment, you need to calculate sinking moments also. And the final element nodal load vector will be the combination, that is which contains both these moments, restraining moments plus sinking moments. Okay, so here first restraining part is completed. Now complete this part of sinking moment. So sinking moment here at B, sinking of 25 mm is given, right? So first you calculate the sinking moments. So sinking moment, for that you need to represent this figure here. So first for AB part, show that sinking here, that is of 25 mm, calculate in meter, and then calculate this moment, which is 6 EI upon L square. Here it will be in a anti-clockwise direction. Anti-clockwise direction, same sense of rotation, it is at A point, anti-clockwise. Both moments are same, that is 6 EI upon L square, 6 EI upon L square. So that quantity is calculated here as 15.833 kilonewton meter. Okay, 6 EI upon L square. Now after that, calculate this reaction. So see here, reaction, these two reactions, how they are calculated. So here at this beam there is only moment, right? This 6 Ci upon L square, this 6 Ci upon L square, which is the net effect is in a anti-clockwise direction. So to balance this anti-clockwise direction, the reaction should form clockwise couple. Therefore, this reaction is upward and this reaction is downward, whose magnitude is summation of these moments divided by span. So summation of moment is 6 EI upon L square plus 6 EI upon L square, that is total 12 EI upon L square. The total summation divided by span of beam, that is again L. So 12 EI upon L cube, that is the magnitude of reaction. Okay, so put the values. 12 EI is given in the problem statement. L, that is 6 meter. So calculate this reaction as 5.28 in upward direction. Similarly here it will be in a downward direction with same magnitude, 5.28 kilonewton. Okay, now complete the same way you have to complete for this part, beam BC. Beam is sinking at support B. Okay, here show this sinking. Now calculate the moment. This moment 6 Ci upon L square, that is in a clockwise direction. Similarly 6 Ci upon L square in clockwise direction. So 6 EI value is given, L value is given 6 meter. Calculate that moment, that value is equal to 15.833 kilonewton meter. These two moments are in a anti-clockwise clockwise direction. So here reaction should form anti-clockwise couple. So in order that this reaction should be in downward direction, this reaction must be in upward direction, and the magnitude of reaction will be summation of moment divided by span. Summation of moment here is this 6 Ci upon L square plus this 6 Ci upon L square divided by span of beam. So total is equal to 12 Ei upon L cube. So 12 Ei upon L cube quantity is 5.28, 5.28. So that is how these reactions are calculated. Okay, so after that, now here both moments are completed, sinking restraining moment and sinking moment. So similarly, this how it is written, the same way you have to write down this QAB for the sinking moments. So here for writing this QAB, from this maintain the sequence A, B, beam, first reaction at A, then moment at A, reaction at B, moment at B. So write down according to the sequence: reaction 5.28, moment 15.833, reaction in downward direction minus 5.28, moment 15.833. Then for BC, reaction minus 5.28, moment minus 15.83, reaction 5.28, moment minus 15.833. Okay, so reaction, moment, reaction, moment. Now total element nodal load vector. So it is now global combination of these four. So first you write down all the 6 degrees of freedom. This Q, it is global. So here it will have total 6 degrees of freedom. Q is a column vector matrix. Single column and rows are equal to number of degrees of freedom. So here very first, that is the very first one that you have to write this 1 and 1 from QAB of restraining moment and first element from QAB of sinking moment. So this 30 and 5.28 and this 30, that is equal to this 35.28. Okay, then the number 2, this number 2, that is this 30 of from the first and this 30 from the 15.83 from the second. So total addition is equal to 45.83. Then number 3, that is this 30, then this 22.22 from QBC, then this 5.28 and this minus 5.28. So total is equal to this 41.66. After that, similarly, go on calculating for number 4, 5 and 6. So that is assembling all the elements from these four local restraining moments and sinking moments. Then you will have this global. Once you get this global element nodal load vector, then apply the boundary conditions. Boundary conditions are 1 0, 2 0, 3 0, 5 0. So remaining elements, number 4 that will go and number 6 will go in this Q reduce element nodal load vector, that is minus 3.33 and minus 29.163. Okay, so this part of element nodal load vector, it is completed. So the change is what? From the previous two video lectures of example 1 and 2, all steps are same. Only the thing here that changes because of sinking of support. So because of sinking of support, in addition to the restraining moment, fixed moment in element nodal load vector, you need to calculate also the sinking moments and add those sinking moments and restraining moment, combine them into a global, that is total element nodal load vector. Then apply the boundary conditions and get the final reduced Q matrix. Okay, that is the only change. The remaining things are same. After this, calculate equivalent load vector, which is F is equal to minus Q plus joint forces, Q matrix that you have got in the next previous step, whereas the joint forces. So joint forces, that is at B support and at C support. So at B support the unknown is theta B, that is number 4, and at C support unknown is theta C, number 6. So at B support, this first element is what? Action corresponding to this theta B. So is there any moment at B support? No, 0. Then second number, action corresponding to this theta C, that is moment at C. So is there any moment at C support in original figure? No, therefore here it is 0 0. So all the joint forces are 0. So next, get this F matrix, that is this one. Then apply the equation and get the unknowns, that is theta B and theta C. So theta B is equal to minus 9.45 EI and theta C is equal to 48.189 upon EI. EI value is given, you can have that divide by this 1 and you can get the final quantities theta B and theta C, or else you can keep as it is. And then last, moment and reaction calculation. So for AB, for BC, you can apply the separate equation or you can have the global equation by taking the K as a global, or for AB is equal to F equal to K delta plus Q, and for BC F is equal to K delta plus Q. So for AB, for member BC, we have calculated all these quantities separately. You can have these calculations and get the reaction moment at for member AB. Similarly for member BC, RB2 reaction MBC moment at B, RC and MBC reaction and moment at C support, and then last final free body bending moment diagram. Okay, so here if you have any queries related to this video, content of the video, you can give the comments and if you like, please like the video and share. Thank you.